What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to do a free agency recap, and we are going to tell you the best signing that we've had so far. So Craig will give his, and I'll give mine, the signing that we absolutely love. So first, though, we want to just take a look at what we've done so far, and we've signed a couple guys, and we have a couple re-signings. So let's see what we got here, Craig. All right, so Pride of Detroit again. So these guys do such a great job. Check out Pride of Detroit. Craig, the additions so far, just two new faces, Chark and Griffin. Thoughts on them?
Chark, great. Love it. Love it. So as you might tell from behind me, I'm on vacation. And I think it should be known that day one of vacation, this guy on the other side sends me a quick little text, Lions signed Chark. And I'm like, sweet. What are the contract details? He says 4 years, 66 million. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pricey, but you know, based on what Christian Kirk got with the Jags, I guess, like, I don't like it, but there it is. So when I find out it's 1 year, 10 million, okay, let's go.
Exactly. You're like, this is good. This is good. We don't know much about Garrett Griffin. He's going to be kind of a blocking.
Yeah, who's that guy?
Yeah, maybe help out second or third tight end, but
absolutely.
We re-signed some big names: Reynolds, Tracy Walker, Charles Harris, and Khalif Raymond. Thoughts on the re-signings?
I like it. I think I have to wait till the contract details come out on Khalif Raymond, because 2 years, 9 million seems a little spicy. And I don't love spending a ton of money on guys that are majority special teams, but he is a good special teams punt returner. He has proven that he can. I mean, he had a career year last year, right?
Yeah.
He had a career year last year. It proved to work. So he's a good depth piece at wide receiver. I don't think he's your guy, but injuries happen. So I do like the signing. I really like getting Tracy Walker back at the price that we got him for. I don't know if that might be my favorite re-sign. Him and, believe it or not, Josh Reynolds are right there for me. I like the Josh Reynolds re-signing. I love it. I can talk more about it, but what's your favorite one?
Yeah, no, awesome. So let me just take a look at mine here. Whoop, I lost the screen. Okay. Yeah, so some of my thoughts, you know, I guess my favorite re-signing is Tim Boyle. Just kidding. No, so
good one. Does sarcasm go through the video screen,
I
viewers?
don't know.
That's
probably
what I
not.
want to know. Can you understand sarcasm?
Yeah, mine is Tracy Walker as well. I think he's a weird guy. It's a weird situation with Tracy Walker in that most fans really agree on this, and it's kind of funny. Like, we all just like, this guy's just kind of had a tough year, or a tough few years in the league. He comes in with Patricia. I mean, it's like, man, but
he's bad for the guy.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think we feel bad for him. Then we have a coaching staff come in, and he's part of this coaching staff story of, like, you know, he's the perfect example. So it's like, I want to see him come back and do well.
I want to see him come back, do well. And he did do well last year.
Yeah.
Now I would like to see him not only play well, but start to force some turnovers. I think that's the next step in his game. The reason I love, and I do like that, I agree with you. The reason I love the Josh Reynolds signing, it ends up being 2 years, 6 million. It's almost nothing this year, a little over 2 million this year. Like, when we picked him up last year, our offense changed. It gave a blueprint for what kind of receiver works for us. And then we went out and got a better version of Josh Reynolds and DJ Chark. Like, that's what we did. But I like having that guy because Chark is injury prone. He's going to get hurt. He's not going to play in more than 12 games probably this year. He might. I hope he plays in all 17, right? But he's probably going to play in that 10 to 14 range. So you need to have another guy. And at $3 million a year, like, are you kidding me? Dude. Of course. So bring in Reynolds. You know he can adequately fill in. That was what we missed last year, was depth. And a lot of these signings are creating more depth. And then we're going to get our best players through the draft.
That's right.
They're good. They're not bad signings. I really don't think so. And bringing a lot of people back, it gets people around the league talking that we take care of our players, which is, you want to be on that side of it rather than on the Quintricia side of it, which is they don't players. It's a business. Like, yeah, it is a business, but you can still care about your employees. So
yeah, for real. And that's huge. And then we've got some of these tendered guys, and the big ones for me, Craig, is Riley Patterson. You and I have been kind of on this, that this guy is just he made field goals, and it's like, dude, like, man, we have not had that. We didn't have that for the first half, and there's just, it's just, again, is he going to be the guy? I probably assume he would be, but it's just kind of nice. We kind of got our kicker, so I don't know. That's a small thing, but it's nice.
Kicker. No, it's small, and I'll tell you something that's even smaller, but I love it, is we have our punter in Jack Fox. Like, sign him to an 8-year contract. I don't care. Like, the dude is the best punter in the league. Like, let's go get him signed up long-term. Riley Patterson, this is a guy I'd give a prove-it deal to, because he was shockingly accurate for us for, what was it, like 6 games, 5 games, something like that. But he's not kicking field goals over 50 yards.
Right.
So can you add that to your repertoire where you're accurate from deep? And if you can do that, like, I'm all in, because I'm more about accuracy than length anyway. I'd rather you have a guy that's going to kick it at 90+% than a guy who's going to kick it at 83%, but knock it in half the time from 55. That's just.
I totally agree. And that's, yeah. And the Jack Fox thing too, here's an 8-year, I don't even know what a punter gets, but yeah, you spread that out, like, just
spread it out.
You're with us, man.
Lock them down. You're our punter.
You're our punter.
Fully guaranteed. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like Deshaun Watson, 240 million or whatever, 230 million of that guaranteed. Like, what is happening? I know this is a Lions talk, but wow, Cleveland. That's all I'm saying. It could work out really well for you, but if he does still have trouble that the league finds out about, oh my goodness. That's so much money.
I totally agree, because you're right. There's still so many things out there, and he's just fresh off of illegal stuff. So anyway, so cool. We like you said, you said it perfectly. These guys are really guys that we're bringing back, and then we're going to add in the splash players. We've tried, we did it last year with St. Brown. Yep. So hopefully, because
5 picks in the top 100.
Those guys that we just looked at right there that re-signed, they were the guys. Now we've kind of, they're our baseline, and we're going to be able to put the real, some playmakers and some juice. That's just, I would love some juice out there, man.
You talked about in your last video, right? If we have these guys that we're bringing that baseline back, plus we bring in Chark, now we get 5 guys in the top 100. Hopefully at least 3 of those guys are starters right off the bat, right? So you're adding 3 starters to the team that as is, like, that's going to bring you more wins. That's just the way it's going to go. I don't know if it brings us to the playoffs, but it should at least get us to that 7 and 10, 8 and 9 type of stuff, where it's like, oh, I enjoy watching this team. Like, we don't need to be, we understand this is a rebuild or a restore or whatever, re-roar, right? Let's call it that. Can we coin that? Can we coin that phrase?
Love it.
But like, let's just enjoy watching competent football that is well coached. That's what I'm hoping for this year.
Exactly. And I'm hoping that, because we just had too many games that really got embarrassing for us, that was just like, man, this is just not, I don't like this at all. But yeah, I want to be in every game. It's the NFL. So it's like, man, we're going to lose by 3. We're going to lose on a last second field goal, those things. But I want to be more into it. Start to finish, because there was definitely times it was like, man, this is bad. This is really bad. We're getting killed. But
let me be entertained for 3 hours.
Yep. Just
not 30 minutes. I'd rather be entertained for 3 hours than lose on a Justin Tucker 97-yard field goal or whatever it was.
Yep. Get me in the game. I love it. Well, let us know in the comments who you've liked so far, what you think of all the re-signings. Look up that video about the re-signings and let us know your thoughts there as well. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, and then Craig will be out in his vacation, enjoying that as he sees the subs rise, and we will catch all of you next time. Woo!